Welcome back, everyone. We're on to episode 6 of my long play of Oxygen Not Included. Today I'm going to slowly work on my power grid some more, and I have a few other ideas that I want to kind of implement, and if we have time, I may go up and start working on harvesting natural gas as another power source. So let's get everybody up and rolling. We're going to set them to slow for a sec here while I kind of look around and see what I want to do. One thing is that I didn't do before, so I want to make sure all my priorities, I kind of want to check in on these every once in a while. So, like, with Otto, when we recruited him, I completely forgot to set him up as priority decorating, because I have this sculpting block sitting around, and we kind of wanted to get him on that. We're also going to take a look at him. So decorating and cooking. So I should have set those up. We already have a main cook and a few other people that like to do it, so we'll set him up as a kind of secondary cook, but already we have 3 people. So now they're going to prioritize decorating. So now in all of the main categories, I have a primary doctor, cleaner, cook, decorator, a few researchers. Operating, I should look at who likes to do that as a hobby. I have a farmer, a rancher. It's the same person, but still. And we have our main builder and digger. So, oh, and even supplying and storing. So everyone's kind of, we got all the main jobs covered up, so that's really good. One thing I noticed, and I wish I would have noticed sooner, is the reason I'm using tiny wires on the inside of the base is because when they see them, you hide them in the floor, because when they see wires, that kind of is a morale thing, right? Like, they don't like seeing rat's nest of wires everywhere. On the outside of the base, that's something that we really don't care about. So, for the love of me, I don't know why I have the air conditioner hooked up to this power grid and being a drain when I can do that. And then deconstruct those. And now this 240 watt drain is completely off of this power grid. So that was one thing I kind of thought about and noticed. So there we go. So now just have to wait for them to hook that up. And I think that was it for kind of major things that I wanted to do. We have an excess of food, so we may want to shut down Mealwood. We already have one full fridge. And another thing I never went into or did was, under consumables, it lists all the things that duplicants will eat or consume, right? Like, there's medicine over here, and here's all the foods. And so we have gristleberries and pickled meal, and here's other things that, like, a raw bristleberry will make them happier than eating this pickled meal, but there's stuff on here that I don't want them just eating raw anymore. So, like, raw mice, meal lice, raw muckroot. Well, the nutrient bar in muckroot doesn't really do anything else, but I don't want them eating raw meat. So you want to go through here and kind of pick out what you do and don't want them kind of eating at random. You could probably, if you just want them eating the cooked food, you could do that. So kind of pick and choose what you want them eating. So yeah, if you're going through the effort of pickling it, even though the morale is kind of the same, that's up to you. So we're gonna deselect, and when you click it up here, it's for everybody. You can have people that eat different things, right? Like, some of them may have different likes, dislikes, allergies, stuff like that. Not that I've seen. The only allergy I think I've seen is floral, but for who knows, there could be food allergies. So yeah, I've kind of made it that they're only going to eat gristleberry, bristleberry, pickles, and then a couple of the, like, beginner foods. So meat will have to be cooked. They're not just going to go in there and grab raw meat anymore. Alright, our farm's going good. Our air conditioning is going really good. I have an idea for what I want to do for air conditioning, but I feel like that will be its own whole video. Now that this has been dug out, we can mop up that wing. We can mop up this wing. Alright. Oh, water got in there now. I can't win. Anyways, on we go. So they're building this way down. Maybe clear that out. So in the future too, I wouldn't mind going in here and checking out what's in here. They have to come down with the ladder and put their kind of like handprint on the door, and then it'll open up this area. And then over here, there's a whole bunch of Wheezewort over here, and like I explained earlier, those are really good for sucking heat out of an area. But I don't think I'm in a temperature crisis per se, so this room's a little warmer because there's a grill in here, so something I may want to look into in the future. Otherwise, I don't see a lot of polluted air in my base anymore either. After installing a couple deodorizers outside here, where this whole chamber was horrible before, now it's kind of cleared out, and now as polluted air is coming out of this kind of pit of polluted water, this thing's going to grab it, and it's also grabbing all the stink that comes off this storage bin where I have all the, I think I put polluted dirt and a few other things in here. So the base is pretty stink free, so unless they actually come out here and go, they'd have to wander into somewhere with pretty polluted air now to get sick. So I feel like slime lung isn't going to be a big thing anymore. The batteries are filling up nicely. Other than that, I think we're doing all right. So I think we are going to try and go up and harness this thing as our next kind of little task. And interesting. I'm curious what this does. It's kind of one of the newer items that they've added since. Yeah, I like where the base is at. I don't think temperature is going to be a big deal. If I really wanted to, I could build out and kind of seal off this wing of the base and make it kind of a mirror of this side, which might not be a horrible idea. Oh, the temperature's already, so maybe we will kind of make this. Where's the green? Yeah, it kind of goes up to here. I just want to see where. So there's that, there's that. This would be the wall, so here. So up to there. So we can cancel this. So this pretty much will be where I am. So that would kind of be where I'd want the edge of my base. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's perfect. So let's just carve out, and we can just give them something to do. Build the final floors of this place. I don't know what I'll put over here yet. I do want to slowly start giving them individual bedrooms and things like that, so. But once again, just getting that built and getting insulated tile all the way around is kind of the main goal here, so. I pretty much spent their whole first day talking about what I want to do, so let's get on it. So we have this kind of plotted out. So do I want this anymore? Maybe I just want to seal this off and call that the edge of the base, yeah. Alright, so we can extend this all the way down, as well as to there. Goes right to the top, goes right to the top. So perfect. So we kind of have our main base set up. So, like I said, we'll speed it up. And so we're going to go up here. So I'm super careful because the second we start digging the wrong way and knocking the wrong walls out, the natural gas is going to start pouring out. So I might be overly cautious, but and then we'll put a door there. So maybe we'll do it that way. But yeah, I'm beyond cautious when it comes to stuff like this. So we're also going to put... we might not have power up there, so we're just going to put an airlock. Okay, as you see, this thing's going off, so... Oh, I see what's going on. So we'll do that. Alright, so that's kind of what we're working on. I haven't set any priorities, so of course he's over here, so we kind of want to prioritize what we're doing over here. So we're going to want this first. And then before we get into there, we're probably going to have to build the ladder up even more. So once again, so we're going to make that. And then the next thing we're going to want is this facing wall. And then that, because this one piece, they can get at it at an angle, and then that way the gas shouldn't leak out. So... I think other than that, yeah, we just want people working on the base. We're going to build that wall around, once again, the whole thing. Oh yeah, so slowly like that. I can dig this out later. That can be the mushroom farm. The nice thing is when the water level came back up as high as it is, it pushed all the CO2 into here, so now it's pretty free and clear. Actually, there's a decent amount over here, so this thing will never get to it because, like I said, CO2 kind of goes down and to the right, so if anything, maybe move the skimmer into this corner, but we'll see. For now, it's not a huge bother to me. Actually, if we have 8 dudes... we might need one more oxygen diffuser. Yeah, actually that wouldn't be a terrible idea. So I guess it's mostly green, so it just kind of sucks that the farm, maybe put it in here. But then it's pulling it into here. Well, that's not bad either. Yeah. Maybe I will move the carbon skimmer. Where's my water pipes? So yeah, I'd have to put the water pipes over here and maybe move this thing. Oh, it's actually getting pretty full. So a sieve might be in order also. Is that under a station? Nope. There we go. I'm not sure if it creates heat. Not a ton. It makes polluted dirt also. So, is that something I want outside of the base, maybe? I was also pondering updating our bathrooms too. I guess we could build a sieve in here. How's this? Okay, so I need to keep an eye on these guys because I don't want them dying from this. So... Still have Harold sick. I think we had said he was good in 3 days. So, unless, well, of course, the air sucks up here, so. Alright, ladder. Okay, so I'm worried about... So the reason I'm putting a tile here is because they can still build and tear down on an angle, and I don't want the natural gas getting out, so... I'm fine working from the top down because natural gas is heavy. It won't go up. Like hydrogen would sneak out the top, this would sneak out the bottom, so... Definitely want to be super careful as we're going around, because we don't want to hurt anyone and we don't want natural gas leaking out. So that's there. So in theory, this block should be able to be destroyed and built without any gas leaking out. So the only thing that sucks is a ton of them might get sick while up here, but... And also, this thing is erupting right now, so... Yeah, it might be... I'm wondering if it's worth my while just sending... Because this one isn't really doing anything anymore. I'm getting warnings too. So yeah, I may put just a quick deodorizer up here to clear it out and then later rip it out again. There we go. Maybe put that on a 6. Alright, so we want the workways around as a priority. And since they can see that on an angle, so anything won't leak out, we're going to do that one. And that one. So, this may be a little boring for this episode, but... And actually, we may have to be careful here. Just if this is erupting, it may push some of it out the top, so... Alright, so they did build that block there, so now we can deconstruct that. And they can build the rest of the pieces around here. So that's good. So it's coming along nicely. Once I get insulated tile all the way around the edges, then I will send someone in to kind of clean up. But I will, once again, there will be a lot of hardcore babysitting involved with this. I do have a boatload of, yeah, I have an excess of food at this point, so I probably could take someone else on. A helper with ranching, tidying, and farming might be alright. And they got more strength. Yeah, so... But we have an operator also. But he's got Oh my god, a whole bunch of bad traits. So, Ada, we might add. And then quickly. Alright. Oh, they've already. Ada might be sleeping on the floor tonight. Oh, and we can give. Yeah, so skills. So we have full-blown critter ranching. Ada, we said likes tidying, farming, and ranching, so we'll just make you another tidier. We'll go into your priorities. Tidying. And then you can help with farming and ranching. So once their building is full, once again I said I want to work up suit wearing on everybody, because even wearing the gas masks they move half speed almost. Full-blown cook. I had him helping with building, hey? Yeah, why not? They love building, so. But we're gonna leave them with the cook hat. Alright. Where did our poor little friend end up sleeping? Oh, there they are. Alright, so they have a bed. One thing you can see is the sculpture stuff that I put out. Has now been... There we go. So we're going to give individual bedrooms to people, I think, now. But I'll just put that layout for now. So for those, where's decor? They add a little decor. Once I get the artists up to tier 3, then the stuff that they make will be really nice. For now, I can just do sculptures. Once I'm able to make like material and cloth and stuff like that, then I can start throwing paintings up. But once again, I just want to kind of keep an eye on this and make sure that it's not going wrong. I may want to do the same angle tile thing up here. So we're going to make these priority 9, this priority 8, and then I think the rest of the bricks are good to be everything else around that. Yeah. So once again, just dig out this one. And then just keep working on these ones on the angle. Oh yeah, I also want that thing set up faster. And I don't know why. I don't care about these mushrooms. There we go. Everything else seems to be going well. Farm's going well. I guess I never built my ranch, did I? So we can do that as well and start wrangling. So we can set that up. So for that, I need a critter drop-off point, a feeder, a grooming station, and then for later on if I don't think I need a shearing. Yeah, actually, I don't have any critters that I need to shear, so. Do any of these need power? Nice, none of them do, so. But that can be built for later, and then I'll teach how ranching can be done. We can wrangle up, we're going to wrangle up all the hatches in the building. We're going to let the little pokey shell go? So, full-blown doctor, which is nice. And then once again, if they've maxed out their main job, we're going to work them up to suit wearing. Alright. But yeah, we can start throwing up things to make them happier. We're going to start giving individual bedrooms. And then when the time comes, we can also throw paintings in here, because paintings are 4 tiles, and then we'll just see from there. Alright, let's check out. So this is going super well. Once again, this thing on the angle is done, so we can get this one out, and then I know I'm going slow on this, but I'm really... And then once this one's in, then we can plow through. I just don't want a gas leak anywhere, so... Oh, duh. They can't get past that point, so we'll do that. Alright. So we're going good. So we put the air conditioner on the outside power grid, so it's no longer a strain on this. So when we look at this, there's still a potential 1300 watt load on everything in here, but it looks like it's just running away with like a third of that, so so yeah, everyone kind of has some duties they're doing. There's lots to kind of clean out and build over here. Oh, done. We can't build on. I forgot you can't build on a ladder, so we'll have to put a tile here just so this deodorizer can get going. What are you doing, Nails? Alright, so once that's in, we are golden. And this one also. Alright, boom. So, now, all the potential leak places, once this is filled in, are taken care of. Uh-oh. I need... See, it's leaking out, so... Even though I was super cautious, there we go. Alright. So now, I can deconstruct those ones. So what I'm going to want in here, once I have it kind of cleaned out, is I'm going to want to get a pump in there. I'm going to want to make the pump out of the strongest material I have. So when you're building stuff, where is ventilation? So when you pick your pump, you can actually pick what it's made out of. Gold amalgam or copper ore. So we're going to want to pick gold amalgam because it has a higher heat threshold. I actually may want the door. Yeah. In retrospect, I want the door up higher. Other than that, looks like they've made their whole way around there. I've kind of been prioritizing working on that natural gas node, so not a lot else has been going on in the base. People with other priorities are still doing their things. The farming's going on. I guess I haven't researched in a while, but I've kind of got all the stuff that I want, so we'll just keep researching everything. Alright, so let's put those there, and we're going to put the airlock up higher. Alright, so this is starting to pull that out. It sucks we do have a little natural gas floating around, but I should have been a little more careful up here. Maybe something fell down? I'm not sure. Alright, there we go. So then we can start working away on just digging it out, digging it out. We will prioritize what we're doing. I wonder if I want to like double seal and have like another door. And then that might prevent more natural gas from leaking out. Well, even if I do this, I just have to be so careful. And then, even once we get under power supply, we will find our natural gas generator, and this has a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it kicks out polluted water, so wherever we set this up, we have to have some kind of catch basin underneath it, because it's going to be kicking out and just leaking off polluted water out of that little drain nozzle that's on it. So whether it becomes a thing in here, or whether we set up something here with a catch basin right underneath. So yeah, it kicks out polluted water and CO2, and it's the obvious. It gives power, heat, and it's ugly. So it's decor -50. But like, we need to think about, obviously, coal gives off CO2 also. It's just, it happens with most of the only really clean one I think is hydrogen. Well, I guess in steam and solar, but those are late game because we need plastics for it. But natural gas is a good one. But we have to kind of build our stuff smartly around it. Or even kind of maybe keep these as a catch basin up here. But oh god. No, no, no. Alright, so we've trapped them. So that was the problem, is they walked in here and then I built one of the walls. So now, alright, emergency over. Everyone out. I've got a natural gas leak. I'll deal with it. Maybe. Yes, our eyes hurt. We just need someone to deconstruct that. Why can't I do that? Maybe I need this to be a more stable tile. And then... yeah, there we go. So, I still would like that natural gas to stay put. Before it leaks down into here. Alright, so that's getting built. I don't see a ton of natural gas that's leaked out. Alright, there. So, a little collateral natural gas has come out. That's fine. So while it's churning away, I'm going to try to avoid it. It's a heavy gas, so I don't want to build the pump up high. I want the pump low. Well, they're not hating life when they're in there. They just have to hold their breath. So, ventilation, gas pump, very bottom. We will pump the gas down, and I think I do like the idea of building the power station down here. I'm going to use these tiles. And I'm going to let this be my polluted water area for now. And yeah. So once again, I kind of want to keep them working on this as their foremost thing. Oops, no, I just want priority on construction. There we go. So let's build that. And the first few, well, we can build these. Alright. So, as much as I tried, I still had some CO2 leak out of there, and I had someone still try and take their own life like a crazy person. Now that there's a leak, yeah, we're just gonna, it's gonna come and it's gonna slowly work its way down here, so it sucks, but that's, we just have to deal with the little natural gas leak, so. Also, kind of want this. But I don't know where I want it. There. So we're gonna have another leak for a minute, but I've already got a leak, so. So prioritizing everything in this zone. Once this is built, then we'll build the generator. Oh god, where are they going in there? Oh, they're pulling the pump, okay. Alright, the power coupling went in, so that's good. So we'll use heavy wire once again. Oh man, get away from me. Actually, these might not be so dangerous. It's just I have natural gas leaking everywhere. So all that's built, so we are going to deconstruct that part. And once that's gone, alright, so get rid of this stuff. I like how when I change it to 9, everyone comes a-running. Alright, so power, natural gas. So let's do that. We're gonna hook it up to the power grid. Hmm. Is this thing still working away? It is. So we'll worry about hooking it up to the main power grid once we rip the mini wires out of here, I think. I guess I could go up with the power. Maybe. Whatever. I can always rip ladders out later. The power grid. Alright. It is almost the end of this day. So obviously all this is not going to get done. But we have a solid foundation and just an alternate power source. At some point, I can't remember if I picked gold amalgam for this, but I don't think it's too hot in here for this. We'll see. Because it does seem like the coal's having trouble keeping up with these, so just having an alternate power source is almost preferred. We got a few more of the bedrooms built, I see. They're a little more green under the decor as opposed to this kind of giant shared area. So we'll slowly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 9. So we could almost build maybe another wing over here and then give this up to something else. That is, we'll slow it down. That is the end of another cycle week for our little friends. We will just pick another research item. We still have a ton of food, so... A pure doctor... Yeah. They already have suit wearing, so tidying and building, just to have another helper. Because I do have such a food surplus, not a terrible idea. So maybe we'll grab Turner and give him tidying. And building is his favorite things to do. We did have a bedroom for him, so it's not like he's completely screwed. We will give him another construction hat, just so we have another person able to do some of the heavier digging instead of just relying on one person. Alright, it's partway through the night. I'm just going to pause, and I was going to say, as far as skills go, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. When you look at someone, the green is their morale, and if they have more skills picked on this tree than they have morale, they start to get stressed out. And so for a lot of these people, I'm going to end up having points left hanging once I get them to where I want them. For someone like Abe, once I get this last farming thing done, that might be it. I might get him into suit wearing, and that's it. But for right now, he can only handle a few other skills before he starts getting stressed out. So that's when morale starts to matter, because then you need to make your base a little prettier. And at some point, even something as simple as having lighting matters, because realistically, they're all stumbling through the dark except in this one farm. So like, they're walking around blind. Well, and I guess this thing's giving off light, so that's kind of why light improves decor so much. So there is a way that you can set up light bulbs and have there's motion sensors, and so you can set it up that the lights will only come on if a duplicant's in the room. So I may do that later on throughout the base or throughout working areas. But next episode, we're going to continue and hopefully get natural gas online and then maybe research this thing without getting anyone killed. But until then, I think that's about it for now. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Once again, like, subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and I will definitely see you next time.